this president-elect as a legitimate president.
A fight underway between civil rights leader John Lewis and President-elect Donald Trump. Developing this morning, the future president continues his Twitter freakout on the congressman despite a massive backlash. Dan, good morning.
Good morning, Cameron, and good morning, Mid-Michigan. Does it feel a little bit on the chilly side this morning? Well, temperatures are much cooler this morning than they were at this time yesterday. I'll explain why coming up in your first Warn 5 hour-by-hour forecast.
For anybody that lost hope, just keep hope alive. Just keep praying, keep fighting. If it happened to me, it happened to anybody.
Developing this morning, a newborn kidnapped 18 years ago is reunited with her biological parents. Now her future and even her name are uncertain. And no one puts this couple in the corner. A fantastic Dirty Dancing reenactment at their wedding goes super viral on social media. It's time to wake up Mid-Michigan. It is Sunday, January 15th.
Live and local with coverage you can count on. This is WNEM TV5 Wake Up.
It is, and good morning to you. I'm Cameron Riddle. I'm joined by meteorologist Dan Drew here in the first Warn 5 Weather Center. And Dan, as we take a look at the radar behind you, not a cloud in the sky.
Yeah, it's looking pretty nice out there. That's the good news for us, but it's a little bit on the cool side as well.
But temperatures are warming up.
They will be eventually, just not this early. Yeah, a little bit on the chilly side. Here's a look at our weather story this morning because, you know what? The bright side, well, we're going to see plenty of sunshine across Mid-Michigan today, so we really can't complain there. That's at least the one good thing. Now, unfortunately, tomorrow we can't say the same. We're going to be dealing with an opportunity for wintry mix to be moving in after about 7 p.m. tomorrow evening, and the timing on this is crucial, especially between that and the temperature. That's really going to determine how much ice or snow we're going to see in terms of rain as well. Now, we will see a transition to freezing rain overnight tomorrow night into our day Tuesday morning, and then that freezing rain transitions to all rain by the later portions of Tuesday morning. So we're keeping a very close eye on what's going to happen here. This morning, we're looking at 14 degrees right now in Flint. In the Tri-Cities, it's 16 in Saginaw, 15 Bay City, 7 degrees right now in Midland. The rest of the Mid-Michigan, bit on the cool side. We're looking at 1 degree below zero right now in Houghton Lake. And those temperatures, well, they're about 10 to 15 degrees cooler than we were at this time yesterday. Why? Clear skies. But we'll talk about when we finally warm up coming up in just a few minutes. Cameron?
Okay, Dan, developing this morning, the president-elect is facing backlash after he decries civil rights icon John Lewis. Yesterday, Trump tweeted, Congressman John Lewis should spend more time fixing and helping his district, which is in horrible shape and falling apart, not to mention crime-infested, rather than falsely complaining about the election results. All talk, 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 no action or results. Sad. The tweets have angered both Democrats and Republicans, including those in Lewis's district.
I think it's really clear that elect Trump does not know much about Atlanta, and I really want to call him out on his promise to fix America's cities.
The president-elect tweeted again yesterday evening, softening his tone toward Representative Lewis, saying the congressman should focus on fixing inner cities because the U.S. can use all the help that he can get. Congressman John Lewis says he will not attend the inauguration of President-elect Donald Trump this Friday, along with at least 12 other Democrats. It's the first time Lewis has skipped the swearing-in of a president in 16 terms that he's been in Congress. And this week, Trump's inauguration celebration will go on without Jennifer Holliday. The singer and actress announced in an open letter yesterday she has canceled her performance at a welcome concert and offered an apology to the LGBT community, which fiercely criticized her scheduled appearance. Coming up in our next half hour, we'll take a closer look at the preparations being made for Donald Trump's inauguration and how for some, witnessing his swearing in will cap off a year of political activism. And you can count on TV5 and CBS News to bring you the latest coverage on the transition from President-elect Trump to President Trump. We'll have it for you on air, online, and on your mobile device. Also developing this morning, a woman who was kidnapped as a newborn in Florida 18 years ago has been reunited with her biological parents for the first time. They traveled to Walterboro, South Carolina yesterday to meet their daughter, Kamaya Mobley. Investigators say Mobley was kidnapped by Gloria Williams, who posed as a nurse. Mobley grew up believing Williams was her real mom until DNA tests last week confirmed her identity. For now, Kamaya's future and even her name are uncertain. Now officials are providing her with counseling.
She has a lot to process. She has a lot to think about, as you can imagine. I can't even begin to comprehend it.
Williams was arrested and charged with kidnapping and interference with custody. Developing overnight, it's curtains for the greatest show on earth. Ringling Brothers and Barnum & Bailey Circus is shutting down its doors after 146 years in operation. That's according to a press release from the company's CEO, who called it a, quote, difficult decision. Ticket sales were not enough to match the high cost of running the show. Ringling Brothers was founded in Wisconsin in 1884 by 5 of the 7 Ringling Brothers. The family ran the circus until 1967 when they sold it to Feld Entertainment. Final performances will be in Providence, Rhode Island on May 7th and Uniondale, New York on May 21st. The People for the Ethical Treatment of Animals, also known as PETA, issued a response to the pending closure, saying after 36 years of PETA protests, which have awoken the world to the plight of animals in captivity, PETA heralds the end of what has been the saddest show on earth for animals and asks all other animal circuses to follow suit, as this is a sign of changing times. New overnight, investigators believe a fire that hit a mosque in Washington state was arson. Police arrested a homeless man suspected of starting a blaze yesterday morning. They say he had run-ins with worshipers before, but there had been no evidence of a hate crime. Cell phone video captured the massive wall of flames and smoke as it devoured everything in sight. No one was injured in the fire. The suspect is expected to be charged with second-degree arson on Tuesday. New this morning, Japan's attempt, that is, to launch the world's smallest satellite into orbit is a failure. The rocket that carried a miniature satellite lifted off in the Space Center from Kogoshima after 8:30 local time this morning. After the launch, the agency decided to cancel the start of a second stage due to a communication glitch in the system. The rocket and the satellite fell into the ocean. Like all newlyweds should, this couple had the time of their lives at their wedding, and we mean that literally.
No doubt. It's your morning talker.
New Jersey couple Lindsay Perigo and Richie Guarli reenacted the famous climactic dance scene from the 80s hit Dirty Dancing.
Complete with Bill Medley and Jennifer Warnes' hit song.
The bride said the movie had always been one of her favorites.
And when she proposed the performance to her fiancé, he agreed.
The video has been shared on Facebook and viewed over 15 million times. And of course, if you're going to do that, you got to land the landing. So many people have tried to do it, but it's not as easy as they make it look.
I can't even imagine being able to try that. I do not have the coordination or the rhythm to be able to handle that at all.
That's all right. I got the guns to do it. Who wants to try? I'll pick you up. I can do it just like that. Boom.
Perfect.
I'll take care of it. I can do it any day of the week. TV5 News Time is 8:07. Still to come this morning, family and friends say goodbye to a fallen officer gunned down by a runaway murder suspect. Plus, the Detroit Auto Show always features new innovative automobiles. We'll tell you how they kicked off their first day open to the public.